Hi, people. Morning away from the kid again, as always, and as usual. Yeah, as the header suggests, as always, I'm going to discuss why faith is cruel. But you might wonder, what do you mean exactly? Haven't you ever noticed that it seems like the things that you want the most, or the thing singular you want the most, it seems almost out of reach. It seems unattainable. For example, your entire life you have worked hard and you live, paycheck to paycheck or below that, and all you would want is, for example, to be well off financially, or your entire life you were essentially not the best of looking people, you're ugly and you want to be good looking. And it seems like it doesn't matter how hard you try or what you do, years go by, and the battle just seems never ending. It seems like you'll never reach your end destination. There is always some kind of nearly unexplainable hurdle, or a series of hurdles, or some other issue, or a series of issues, some other obstacle that makes it so that it seems like it's unattainable for you. For someone else, you saw them accomplish it without any kind of issues, and then for you, it seems like it's just a tedious task or a tedious objective that just drags on to the point where it seems like it'll never happen. Yeah, that's what I mean by why is fate cruel. This is something that I've seen with others, and in certain aspects of my life, I've seen it with myself. Although to me, it doesn't really apply. But back when I was still a normal person, so to speak, the average person, then yeah, I also saw stuff like that. And yeah, that's why I reminded myself, yeah, that's why the saying fate is cruel, or fate can be cruel, exists. Now, nothing is unattainable in a matter of speaking. Anything you set your mind to, you can accomplish. But notice that the things you sometimes want the most are the hardest to attain, as in giving up an arm and a leg, and more than that, even. Yeah. So, again, these are all things that you need to keep in mind. And yes, that is actually the case. It's metaphorically speaking God's way of saying, listen, I'm going to make you suffer, I'm going to torture you. In a matter of speaking, um, I'm going to make you ugly, and you'll want to be good looking your entire life, because being good looking would essentially be big, would be like one big liberation for you. The world, all of your dreams, or most of your dreams, would come true if you were good looking, etc., etc., etc. And yet, everything you try is like so ridiculously hard to to attain. It doesn't matter. You save up for plastic surgery. You save up. It turns out that plastic surgery would become, has become even more expensive. You keep saving up for that, and after finally like 5 long years, you manage to actually get the money together to perform plastic surgery or have it performed on you. And then you do it, and things don't really work out. It turns out to be a botched surgery, and you look like crap, even worse than you were off before. And it just goes on like that. And when you look back at, like, it's like a decade or more goes by, and you're still chasing that so-called purple dragon, you wanting to become good looking, etc., you wanting to become physically attractive, and yet it seems almost like this goal is out of reach. Something always happens, you know your objective always, or the road you mapped out for yourself on the way to success or accomplishing said objective always seems to be fraught with negativity and fucked up, honestly, simply put. If it's not in one way, then it's in another way, and it just goes on and on and on. Yeah, that's what I mean. So yeah, in some cases, honestly, people do get what they want. That's the highlight of this video. Yes, can be cruel. Fate is cruel sometimes, but, or even frequently or often even. But sometimes people do get what they want, only to realize that it's not what they wanted in actuality, or only to squander it, honestly. It's essentially, like, again, metaphorically, it's God's way of showing you that, see, you don't deserve it. For example, you were broke your entire life. I'm going to make you win the lottery, and you're going to see that you literally, okay, you were broke your entire life. You only made like what, $500 a month. You were borderline homeless. You just kept going from shelter to shelter since you were a kid, since your crack addicted parents, for example, kicked you out of the house. and you wanted your entire life to be well off financially. Your entire life was having to make do with nothing but as little as possible financially. I'm gonna make you win the lottery. The person finds a lottery by sheer dumb luck or coincidence alongside the street or something. The person wins the lottery, and what does the person do? The person blows it on, for example, hookers and cocaine, or something else of an unsavory nature. And in the end, the person is literally worse off. The person won $1 million. Well, guess what? The person owes the state $2 million after 5 years of spent doing nothing but spending their winnings and all the other pain and suffering that it's caused them, being robbed by those same hookers that the person hired in question. And it just goes on. It just goes on. It's again metaphorically, it's God's way of showing you, giving you the finger, as in, see, your entire life you struggle. I'm going to make you win the lottery just to show you that you do not deserve that money. You see, you got money, you got what you wanted your entire life, and look, you fucked up. See, you don't deserve shit. Yes, unfortunately, I've seen people like that in the world. They literally get what they have been chasing or they have desired or longed for, essentially their entire life, or at the very least in the long term, for a really, really, really long time. And then when it's actually, in a matter of speaking, offered to them, they only squander it, thereby or thusly proving that they don't deserve it. They do not deserve it. Okay? It's fate's way of showing you, okay, the finger. As in, see, you got what you wanted, and you don't even know what to do with it. You essentially, as lacking in value as you are, you worthless, ungrateful little shit, you just squandered it. You deserve to suffer. You deserve to be in the position you're in. And it just goes on like that, you know. So these are just examples. And I'm going to give you a real life example. Hold on for a second. Um, Check out this individual. Um, yeah, let me show you. Listen closely.
Than ever. Number 7, Curtis Sharp. Curtis Sharp won $5 million in the New York lottery in 1982. Unfortunately, his story was one of the rags to riches and back again. By 1987, all of his money was long gone, just 5 years after hitting the jackpot, thanks to multiple failed marriages, trips to the casino, reckless spending on sports cars, and lavishing gifts on friends and relatives. Fast forward to today, Curtis is a minister in Tennessee. According to him, other winners should walk away to clear their heads before spending any of their winnings.
Yeah, so that's simply one example, and you see what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm not attacking this person. I'm not attacking Curtis as an individual. I'm simply using his case as an example. You see what I'm talking about? This is exactly what I'm going on about. Entire life, you like were just leading an average existence. You were living paycheck to paycheck, a meager income, and something like that happens to you. You literally win the lottery. Good fortune hits you financially, or financial good fortune hits you, only to see what you just completely ruin it. Again, with this gentleman, essentially, he near perfectly fits the bill, figuratively speaking, in relation to the aforementioned. Just like I said, metaphorically speaking, fate was like, okay, your entire life you struggled, Mister. What you call it? Um, okay, I'm gonna make you win the lottery just to prove to you that you deserve to lead a meager existence. See, you got money. I gave you money that, like I said, you'll never see in your life again, so to speak. And look what you do with it. You squander it foolishly. You prove that you do not deserve to be well off financially. You prove that you deserve to live and get by on a nickel and a dime only. There you go. So again, obviously, needless to say, God knows what He's doing. That's all in any case, guys. Bye.